Lots of opportunities for looking for org to take that on both of their map losses, frankly, which means that for Spirit, a lot came down to having the pop-offs from your Donk, your Zontix, your Art Frost. They needed the big individual rounds to make this work. It was far from clear cut, and if the chosen few have those individuals on the other side, we might be getting some pop-offs going back and forth. I'm very curious to see what this actually looks like. We've got a kit and a smoke on Spellin. We've got a little bit of utility to get to what looks like to be a straightforward A take. And it is just Spellin playing retake. So this is sort of a quintessential Mirage pistol.
Yeah, very much so. And he's also the player of the kit. So he's not going to be terribly compelled, I think, to fight this. I'm even surprised he's going for that angle. But give this one up, Spellin. Got that smoke for the retake. Call the cavalry over. It's a jungle take for Spirit. And now we're getting the bomb down on triple for there. So retake's coming through. They've done this a million times before. This is what they were ready to go into on the CD side.
First kill feels like it could tip the whole dang scale, and it's going to be for Zontix out in the open. Donk commits to the fight. That's ambitious, and he is punished for it. Obviously, a defuse is not exactly going to be an easy thing, but actually smoke goes up and a couple kills. Now they're going to get on it. Spellin is the player with the kit. He's on the bomb. They don't know. They don't realize bomb's going to be defused. There's nothing that magixx can do about that, so that's a very good retake from the chosen few.
Looking good. I mean, that's the whole idea of the setup. They had a plan. They stuck to it. And, I mean, I might be reading too much into it, but, I mean, we saw it on that first series, Mike. T-side pistols, because you're swinging aggressively together, are very potent. Well, they basically just played a T-side pistol in that retake. By falling out and then coming back in together. They're never taking individual fights.
I think that is very reasonable. You might see a lot of retakes if that continues to be the meta. Or just CT aggression. Spellin is in a tough spot here. Ooh, goodbye. And now A is locked out, except there's AKs on for the fight, unless Hybrid has something to say about it. Oh, Hybrid, that is rude. They needed a kill. Zontix will deliver it. The bomb's down, but Zontix low is going to go to the scout just to try and have some impact on this. If there's an HE here on Libido, that gets tossed. This could be bad. It does indeed. That's coming out of the 1v1. And Skrimo is tagged up. Chopper, can you close? The captain of the squad, the audio cue out, and indeed, despite being dinked, he will get the kill that matters. And find that all-important AK. We talked about it a lot in the last series, that if a reset came through, it would hurt. Well, we finally got one, Alan.
Now we can see. Now we can see. And that rights a lot of wrongs of that pistol, doesn't it? Real shame for the chosen few after they did so much good work. Look at this buy. One smoke, two flashbangs. shaiK is already thinking about an AWP in the first gun round. It's the standard default for this T side, and a truly excellent opportunity for Spirit. And equally, Mike, as much as the reset rounds become stronger, these rounds into converting it equally become more important. You can't throw this away at your Spirit because you're just putting yourself in such a great position.
Absolutely right. They gain full mid control. A little probe here by Connector, not seeing anything. Chopper's thinking about taking it further. There are 3 players here. Now he's detecting presence. But he's just canary in the coal mine. It's in towards B that the brunt of this assault goes. Get right cleared out. Libido in the back sight. Feeling frisky, but not enough. He's got a bit of a headache. So the bomb is down. And the health is just so low. I guess it's worth saving the armor into the next. You got a couple SMGs to do something with. Probably worth keeping these players alive, and they're going to have to stay so very far away from the bomb if they want to live.
Might as well stick around. Can't get a good fight. And you don't want to feed the donk, Mike. You don't want to feed the donk. He warms up. You're toast.
He's a hungry boy. Grown boy,
Yeah.
Young guy. Gotta feed him.
It's actually outrageous how much I used to be able to eat this one anyway.
I was talking about this. I had a cousin in town the other day. We were talking about it. And she was like a high school athlete, you know, played soccer, did like work 2-a-day workouts on varsity soccer or whatever. And she used to just like, when we were kids, she was notorious for putting away like, you know, I ate a lot and she would put away like twice what I did in just a normal meal.
Good on her. Well, hopefully she dialed it back a bit.
Yeah,
Stop playing so much.
You know, I'm on that trend right now where the metabolism is definitely slowing right down, and I've had to compensate. I got lucky. I had a relatively strong metabolism even through, you know, my mid-20s of just being able to eat about anything I wanted and not get too much on the chunk side.
Mine went to pot about when I turned 20.
I feel like that's when it slows down. I'm definitely a little thicker around the midriff these days.
Well, I've recovered mine now. I can eat absolute garbage for a week and not really put on any weight.
Clean round, if you're wondering why we're talking garbage here. It's because nothing happened in that of interest. Well, you know what they say about keeping the healthy and all that, keeping trim. It's good for the libido, but it's not good for him in this map yet, because he's 0-4, Alan. He's 0-4, but now the guns are out and maybe a chance for him to get sprung.
Yeah. Hope. Ready and waiting. Where is the man? Off catwalk, 2 men there, getting aggressive. Spellan just takes a straight up fight and wins it in ramp. Doesn't get traded, gets his team information. Zontix is trying to punish, but I think in Palace that smoke will hold him at bay just long enough. This looks really nice for the Chosen Few, especially if they can get Adam mid and bolster A little bit.
I actually really like the control from Donk to not go for that. I'm sure he was itching to go for the trade on the ramp player, but the problem was the bomb was back there, and he knows that if he drops as well, the whole round's done, basically. So a little bit of caution. Sometimes one of the harder things to enforce for these young players. Donk gonna pick up his comrades up, put it to great effect. Hybrid getting cheeky top mid. Based on Hybrid's position, they know this could be a very difficult spot on the map, and indeed it is. A swing out from Chopper. That's ambitious without a flash with it, and Donk will get traded. shaiK here. And he's got another as well. So all falls to Zontix. Damage might be the ticket here. If he could find one more kill, that would be nice. And he's got it. Goodbye, Spellan. 30 seconds. Oh my goodness, Zontix. Now he can do it. shaiK will put him down, but that's going to be so much more expensive than expected.
Wow. Well, that put him on notice, didn't it?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. That last, second to last, well, his last kill, second last kill of the round, was ridiculous up connector. That is brutal. And despite winning the round, look at the buy from the Bulgarian squad. Thank God they got an all-out on shaiK, because they haven't got a whole lot else. This is a really good position now, I think, for Spirit. They may have lost the battle, in a sense, in the last round, but I still think they're in a good position to win the war here, you know. If they break this money, it is not looking good on the defense. Spellan's in trouble.
Sailing over.
Spellan's in a lot of trouble.
Little A taker. Trying to dump some util to help Spellan out, but he's just trying to stay alive behind default. They're a little slow on this take. Oh no, they've completely overlooked this. Big kill for Spellan, a second as well. The comms aren't there. magixx was spraying someone else. What is happening? Libido dropping down. That's too much to ask. So we have emerged with an advantage, but look at this flank. Frost turns! Oh no, Hybrid! Talk about getting timinged. for shaiK for us. The first one found, but the spam on, he's very low. And down he will go. That was far from pretty, but a round win nonetheless. The chosen few are going to be very sad they couldn't convert.
Look good.
What'd you make of that one, Alan?
It was a mess, let's be honest. The reason that the chosen few were just throwing bodies through those smokes is because they wanted to keep spellun alive and in the fight. And it did work at first. Skrimo came through the jungle smoke and just had so much presence looking at him. Somehow spellun got 2, and if at that point the rest of the teammates were committed to the retake, it could have worked, but they had one modus operandi at that point, and that was fine. And unfortunately, just offered up too many jewels in the end. Oh my.
Frisky! Not so frisky. Substantially less frisky. The frisk has been reduced. There's still some damage on Donk and Chopper. It's not totally gone. But I will tell you something, Alan. I know for many, he may be a libido booster. But James Bond is not doing that for libido on the server right now.
No. Let's get his mojo back.
Just for the fun of the audience at home, before this game started, Alan said, let's not go totally overboard with the libido jokes. And I said no. It's too much fun.
Oh, it actually is. It has to be done. What do you expect when you pick a name like that?
Right. spellun might get a gun here. I don't know whether they did something to get rid of the AK. I'm not really sure what you do with that in mid. On Mirage. Hybrid? 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 Oh! Hybrid! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Alright, good shot from Chopper. That could have gotten real bad. And spellun just has a Mac 10, so good luck. 2 players are low. I think it's worth risking it just to see if you can kill some of them and make some money.
Might as well stick around. See if he can make some cash. Get a bit freaky with it. Why not? And he's just going to wait. They might exit this way. Let's have a look. No, mark instead, especially after Chopper clears. And no kit for spellun, so nothing freaky. Gonna be 5 for spirits. And yeah. Libido yet to get going.
Terrorists win.
And he dies as well. Should just committed.
Hmm.
So this is starting to look a little dire for the chosen few.
Yeah. I mean, it was our fear coming into this sort of series, wasn't it? But potentially, you see it a lot. There's a really impressive upset, and it just... it's a perfect storm of circumstances maybe in the first place, but also they commit so much to winning that first series. And for some of these young players, that's the biggest series win of their lives. You can't overlook that in terms of even just the adrenaline spikes and all that sort of jazz. So... yeah, I mean, if the chosen few want to get into Mirage here, they got to stabilize. They got to get their heads in the game. Got to focus up and feel the vibes.
Oh no! Whoopsie! Missed the window smoke. Donk was thinking about smoking it off himself, but now he thinks better of it. Calming that someone might be here, they're gonna run boost over and then try and kill the window player. This is cheeky. It almost works. I like the idea. Recognize that you've made a mistake. Attempt to exploit that mistake instead of letting it punish you. But now this is interesting. Look at how many sets of eyes are focused in towards mid here, Alan. This could be a little tough for a Spirit. As I say that, everybody seems to withdraw.
Let's see the ramp reaction, because if that goes soon, there's maybe a chance, but there's nobody in window, there's nobody in connector to try and stop this pinch. Player backside and Libido gets caught out in the open. That is not looking good. Chopper makes it 2, And I think these remaining players, honestly, should consider a save because this round is done.
It's gotta be, right? I know this is the point where you're starting to get super frustrated and feel like you have to make something happen hero play-wise, but you're stuck out. Spellin's already backed away. He's called his young comrades out. Hybrid's gonna have to give it up as well. That's a tough one. That's a tough pill to swallow for sure. It does mean that Spirit, at the minimum, taking an even half out of this. That is one of the very annoying things about the swap to 12-round halves as opposed to 15. Is that I used to say a team will at minimum win the half.
Yeah,
And now you can tie a half.
How unsatisfying. I guess we'll get used to it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's just, it is so funny to, after, I don't know, half a decade of casting, however long I've been doing this, longer than that now, just how ingrained the timings of a 30-round game are in my head.
I mean, also remember, Maka didn't realize it was the last round of the first half. I did it earlier as well. We've just lived and breathed Counter-Strike of MR15 for, you know, for some of us, you know, approaching or over a decade. You just, you know, sometimes it's hard to change it, hard to, you know, switch it on. If you were Spellan, what would you say to Libido right now?
Just click heads, bro. It's not that hard. No, I don't know what I would say to him. Simplify. Play some sort of bait setup. Just get that one kill. Crack the goose egg. You're good. Didn't have a great game against Big earlier, I don't think, either. Donk. Only has great games. Skrimo down. Some damage on the Donk for sure, but that underpass setup is rattled. You kind of do have Libido set up here. Okay, never mind. He's going to entry. I thought they were going to bait to set him up for the one kill with the 5-7, but
no,
instead they take the Palace.
He's got to go in first. Nothing happens if that's not engaged. They might almost fool themselves with this ramp clear. Yeah, look at it. Spellan's out.
Palace, they've cleared ramp. Yeah, this is going to be so tough.
It's all they've got on the site.
I mean, they kind of had to gamble. I really don't blame this. You're going to have the 3 guns available for a save, but what can Libido do here? They know he's out. They spotted him. They're looking for him. Flashbang for it. Come on! Come on! Yes! All right, he's got a kill. Successful round. Now stop throwing bodies at this. Save. They're going to try it. They're going to try it. Bombs down. Boosting up over the ticket. Dead. Immediately. shaiK has to back away. This is such a tough spot as a team. You're going to be able to buy in for the next. You got max loss bonus regardless. Hey, at least he cracked the goose egg, Alan.
He's spooling up. That's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. But yeah, this is... the fact of the matter is, this is pretty grim viewing thus far, isn't it? The Chosen Few played a great pistol round. Looked on the same page. They had... I forget. What was the other rifle round they won? I can't remember. But wasn't it? It was the round where Zontic almost won it, wasn't it? When he picked in connector.
The 1v3 he almost won.
Yeah. So I mean, even in their winning round, they lost so much economy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, as I said at the on the onset of the broadcast, they've done extremely well to be here. They're playing, partner teams, ESL partner teams, Blast partner teams, or teams that have been in the top 10 in the world, in the top 20 in the world. This is already, world-class Counter-Strike from their perspective. It just might unfortunately be a little bit too much to ask here on Mirage and here and now.
Still a lot of CS to play in the series, even if Mirage doesn't go their way, right? We've seen them on Anubis before. I don't believe we've seen this roster on Mirage that I'm aware of. I'm sure they've played it. But, world difference from there to now. You got Donk on the other side. Chopper's having a game, by the way. I feel like that needs to be pointed out, since obviously most of the time he sets himself up to take a backseat to his teammates. It is impressive when the captain's popping off himself.
Has his moments, this Chopper. He's such a focal point and so aggressive sometimes that he can just, you know, be in position to get a lot of frags if he is in the zone, in the mood, you might say. And what is this? It's going to be an A fake because the bomb might be here, but these mid players are not advanced. Donk gets an early entry, and that might inspire them just to get aggressive and go for it.
That was just through smoke. I think he saw someone through a close PC utility, and I think he just echolocated off of that. Time is becoming an issue. 35 seconds. It definitely does have to end A here. What can Stone do from under the balcony? He can get Donk. That's a big find. This is actually not going very well for Spirit. Oh my goodness. Spelling gets one more. 3v2 now. Bomb is a major issue. They don't have the time for this. We know Spirit will run out the clock, but they no longer have any smokes. This one's looking good for the chosen few, but, well, they'll at least make it expensive. Chopper does not have time. He has to just fight. He has to just fight. Gone out. Oh, no. Oh, 1 second. Libido gets away. He can't live, but Libido does, in fact, get away.
Whew. Problem is a Pyrrhic victory again, isn't it?
Yeah, they all died.
Such a shame. It was a good round. I mean, shaiK played well. It's so hectic, such a mess.
It just felt like, and we've seen this actually in their first A site take as well. They're just a little timid. Once they throw the utility, it's like they're expecting a response, and they kind of wait out their own nadage. Zontic's looking to do this. He's gonna lose the fight straight up against an MP9. That's not how you want to get started here for Spirit. Reminder, there are just 2 rounds left to play in this half, so chosen few, if they could recover here, I mean, this would be massive.
Information play from Hybrid. He's such low HP that he's not even scared to die because he gets a lot of information. Any info from now is just enormous. And he's getting all the way in through mid. Yeah, this is looking really good for him. He might even catch Donk. Surely Donk can think about an A push.
Donk has to be aware of this. Has to be aware of this. But he's gained the bomb. The timing's not working out for him. Ooh, kills in towards mid. In the meantime, it's all Donk. And he's flanked out. He's dinked up. He's dropped down. Not a body lost here for the chosen few. Guns gained. They will have everything they want for this final round, and recovering to a 5-round half here would be tremendous. These are now a couple rounds where Spirit have tried to play the slow game and have gotten strung out a little bit, right? That round it's in towards mid. The previous it's out on the A site.
I mean, the best rounds we saw from them earlier were the aggressive rounds where you're really leaning on Donk in particular for entries. I mean, Chopper again, he's having a great game. He's someone that's going to be at the front of the pack by virtue of his role as in-game leader and where he likes to place himself. So he could go back to the contact plays, but I feel like it might even be preempted here by the chosen few. The double AWP now, Spellan surely is going to play one of those towards the A side of the map. Let's have a look. No, Spellan's starting in window, so maybe an aggressive B AWP is coming out from shaiK. Yes, indeed. Fast boost up into the B apartments. If he can set up, then we could have an excellent setup for the Bulgarian squad. So much info.
Whee! Run boosting. They do like their run boosts, don't they? Minute 15 on the clock. Body util being spent for connectors. Seems like this is going to be the B split again. And oh no. That's the offer down with no response. Now Chopper comes up. Cat, and it's over. Just about. Obviously, they'll attempt to retake, but this is such a tough spot to get back in. Bomb's going to be down. Nothing that can be done about that. Just gotta wait for your teammates. Unless you're Libido, in which case you die in the door. And now Spellan and Hybrid have to try and make something happen here. 2v5 into a fully locked down site. It's just not happening. Hybrid is the first to go. It's all under Spellan. He almost gets a gift, but can't hit the shot. Well, he will find one. Just a matter of padding the stats before death finds him. Back into the second half, it's a comfortable lead for Spirit, the best lead so far of the day. But the Chosen Few scraped together a couple rounds we didn't frankly expect them to be in. And so there is a chance here for the Bulgarian squad to make something of this.
They've got to get going early. Either win the pistol or win out the economic brawl. If they lose that, I don't have high hopes. And Spirit are in the right setup. 4 players on A. Donk is getting baited in. Surely they're not going to expect him. Artfrost always finds the first, but these guys are walking into the lion's den. There are so many crossfires established. It's a nice kill from Libido, but even so, they need to push back. Hey, check out Hybrid.
Hybrid's found B. Yeah, this is weird. Now he's been spotted, so he can't just call his teammates all the way over, but they are rotating. And actually, interesting choice now for the Chosen Few. If Hybrid could get 1 kill, it would send this round skittering out of control, but he can't.
It's a real
So
shame.
now what do they try and do?
Because Chosen Few also hadn't grouped, had they? So now, going to root back into mid. magixx peaks a must-win duel for Libido. And he gets it done. And that actually does bisect the CT side. Be a little bit tricky now for them to play off each other.
Yeah, Zontex has to reposition, doesn't want to get caught out there. Tucks him by the firebox. His teammate Chopper will make sure that no one's coming up. And actually, I love this reposition out towards Ticket, right? Still got to be wary about mid, but this gives you so much more escapability to stay alive and play with your teammate. Oh, caught in the jump up. That's an overcommitment from Zontix. Leave it all to old Chop Chop. Spellin wants a duel. But he's not going to get it. Did he hear the footsteps on the player slipping into jungle? I think he might have just. Shadow on that. Shadows are huge in CS2 now. So Chopper knows where one is. He'll catch Spellin, trying to go for the info hop. Can't land the shot. Chopper doesn't know where the last player is. Probably has a pretty good idea. But this should not be a winnable round. And indeed, I think he's going to get knifed. Nice courtesy of Libido to not do that to him.
He's biding his time. What can you say? Quadrupled his kills.
Baller
Spawned
move
right
from
up.
Libido.
He was there when it mattered. He was there when it mattered. But the chosen few, don't forget, they did win the first pistol round and got reset. Don't do that again. I'm telling you. Coach Allen's in the air. Don't do that again. So that's fun. People are using nades to cross connector.
Yeah.
To get rid of the one way. Guess it's
Well,
quite
theoretically,
expected.
there are no one ways anymore. Theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, I still
Theoretically.
imagine you could play a decent angle.
Yeah,
At least to
you
make it
definitely can.
difficult. But yeah, I mean, that alone, both those opportunities now presented completely changed the dynamic of CT Mirage. There's no longer... it no longer makes sense just to chain smokes into connector. It's kind of a waste. At least if you don't have, numbers in the vicinity to make good of it.
I really
go.
like the smoke nade interaction. I think it adds a whole complexion to a lot of rounds. Oh, this is such a tough spot for Chopper. You're the only man anywhere near here. They don't know you're here, though. That's the bomb. Interesting bit of confirmation for you. There's no one in Palace either. You know that because they mollied it. Need your teammates to help you out. They're a little slow on the rotate, but you are buying time. Good job for Chopper so far. Can he get any help? No. No, he cannot. Well, it was a nice bit of play from Chopper. Very good job extending the round, but ultimately, no one here to bail him out.
It's good, though. They survive this time. Not going to have the same problems as the first half. In terms of economic woes, and let's be real, this game didn't look good for the chosen few. 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds into that first half, and now they should have a decent chance for economic control. Such a heavy eco now for Team Spirit. Definitely making this map a lot more compelling than it looked earlier, so that already is a result. The question is, do they have the staying power to really take it to Spirit on their map pick? A map where Spirit, with this lineup and previous iterations, have, taken the world's best the distance.
Chopper. Did a little hop around here. There could be an interesting interaction on the smoke fade, I guess. One of your better chances for a pistol-based fight. But it seems like they're going to be, and that is actually where the stack is for Spirit. Well, Firefrost is dead. A little less effective on the stack now. Scrambling up. A shot for Donk, but one is all she wrote. And the chosen few going to close this gap to just one round.
Actually, if they keep the 4 players alive, it's not bad. We know these anti-ecos are a little bit more tricky. At least until people learn what they're up against. Nice kill from Hybrid. Yeah, 4 alive. Not bad. Not bad. The real game begins now, though. The guns are out. But at least the chosen few have a footing. They've got some economy. Let's see what they call into on these early rounds. I'm a little bit intrigued to see, what is the strategic depth for this team. Of course, we didn't catch the big game we were on the Spirit game instead earlier. So we're a little bit in the dark too, aren't we, about what sort of T-side could the Bulgarians give us?
It's a mystery to everyone. We're learning together, folks. Learning together. Oh, about our Frost gonna strike first. He's been having himself a decent Mirage. Until he gets shut down trying to reposition, and oh my goodness. Look at that onslaught of kills. That's ridiculous. Zontic's still alive here, has a smoke to keep himself up further. Brought it down to a 2v2. Quite the recovery now. magixx is just flying out. That's so ambitious. He's making no secret of it. Where does he think Hybrid is? Oh no. On the cross, Hybrid. Thought they might have been split. Probably based on the way magixx was playing. He's thinking there might be comms coming from somewhere else on the map, and well, it is going to be Spirit picking up the round. They'll use a timeout here, as that was very expensive and messy.
Yeah, this is the right call to pause. Have a discussion, because that was a brutal round, and I think they got away with that in the 2-on-2. I'm not totally sure the Spirit players are on the same page. Looked a little bit mad. Oh well. Onwards we ride. And a chance now for the Chosen Few. A chance to break the money again and get more anti-ecos. And it's got to be said, shaiK is playing a brilliant game. He's actually come alive, I think, on the rifles on this T side. That's what it feels like to me.
He is indeed. Had some nice moments in the first half, but yeah, definitely been a little more consistent here. Fake in towards site is going. No deaths just yet. Oh boy. Chopper was not expecting that nade to leave the smoke away. Surely they don't forget about Underbelk. I think they might have forgotten. Almost checked it just yet. Chopper's walked out. He's been spotted. That was ambitious trigger discipline, but they're not going to think there's a player here. shaiK's not checking it. Oh, these X-rays are so tantalizing. The patience from magixx right now. There's the shadow spotted. No one's looking. At some point, you got to pull the trigger, and finally, he's going to strike, leaving just two. Reloading at an awkward time, and it's all over. Talk about discipline from magixx.
Yeah, I think the Chosen Few just run out of nades, didn't they? They had another smoke for, like, top connector. I really think they win that quite handedly. They just stalled them out so much. Scared of the crossfires, scared of the angles. Maybe they should have just been a bit more aggressive as a team and just kind of brute forced it a little bit. Timeout from them. As their money's on a little bit the edge. I think with a plant, they would have gone in. They are still going to buy by the look of it. Yeah, they are. They're going in for this one. They know that Spirit's money isn't brilliant, but this is a bit of a gamble. And what I like to see when teams take this sort of gamble is a plan. A set round, you know, a read on the CT defense. Give me something other than a default, because I just don't think you have the nades. I don't think you have the weaponry across the board to, you know, for that to be a high percentage round. You've got to have some sort of plan here.
Well, they have 2 nade sets, right? So what would be your plan? What do you think?
Well, they're going to default, Mike, I'm pretty sure. They're lining up mid-smokes at the moment. Maybe an A contact play. You seem to be getting out there pretty handedly a lot of rounds. Oh, they've missed the window smoke.
That's unfortunate.
They missed the window smoke. That's not going to sell any sort of fake. Here comes a molly onto Palace. The worst possible timing. This is already looking a little bit bleak.
shaiK has dumped a full util set on B. And that was just a fake. Player out of ramp just walked out. That's huge. but Donk's able to do some damage and get the second as well as Libido fell down at an inopportune time. This one's looking dunzo. Spellen wants to change that narrative, though. Bomb is dropped is the problem. shaiK just has a Tech 9 to try and do something about this. I know where Spellen is. They know where shaiK was, but that was the other side of the map, so might be a little bit of an unknown creeping into the palace. Smoked off for the time being, but he's the X factor in this round. Only 22 points of health and a Tech 9 to be that X factor with.
I feel like they need to die, don't they?
Yeah, they've got 35 seconds to die in. By the end of the round, they definitely need to die. Spellen gets an upgrade. Makes some noise in doing so, though. Oh, they burn out the player on the balk. It's a nice bit of play. Somehow Dunk even lands a shot. It's come down to the 1v2. Bomb recovered. Did he throw the bomb at them? Oh, no, it was already down. What am I talking about? That's the round. magixx has won it. Spellen in a foot race to even plant. Has to commit. magixx is just trying to pull him off it. Spellen, nerves of steel. But does he have the health of steel? That's the real question. And magixx will win the swing. Patient as always. Gonna gather up his Yuri. Gather up his AWP. And secure the 11th round for Spirit.
Yeah, for what has been a bit of a scrappy game for Spirit. I don't think it's been clean throughout. They are starting to look quite convincing now. These last few on the CD side have been clean. Good team play. Certain individuals getting in the mix. Donk is really fired up. Chopper was a long way ahead, wasn't he? Wasn't Chopper like 15-5 at one point or something? Am I remembering that wrong? That feels right.
That feels about right. 16 kills. Yeah, he slowed down a little bit. Not much, though.
Well, he did. He put in a good shift on the T side. Let's give him credit.
He clocked in. He's clocking out. He's letting the young guns take over, you know? Grandpa's got to kick back in the easy chair and take a nap.
Yeah.
Turn the TV on, and then if you touch the remote, it'll say, "Hey, I was watching that," even though he was dead asleep a second ago.
Your household sounds exciting.
My grandfather used to always take naps in the middle of the living room with the TV news playing, and sometimes the most amazing thing was he would have it on mute. He would have it on mute and be asleep in the chair, full on snoring. But if you turned it off, he would wake up.
Did he get an earful when he woke up if you turned it off?
He would just sort of grumble, I was watching that, turn it back on, then go back to sleep.
At least you know he's still all with it.
Never understood how he did that. I guess it was something about the light or something. I don't know. Don't know what it was.
They're making us wait a long time in this round.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of that, haven't they? Much slower than I was anticipating these two teams playing.
Yeah. I mean, Libido got a long time to get going, so that's expected. More of a slow approach. Laid back.
Can't force it.
Yeah.
Oh, caught with nade in hand. Goodbye, Zontix. Player back pillar spotted. And this one's looking good for the chosen few. Out on the site, though, is Donk. But gone is Donk. Artfrost realizes there's a player close at hand. Gonna go to the catwalk. Oh, he's done it! Skrimo couldn't connect! Enough time for Artfrost to pop the techie out! Oh my god, Artfrost!
Donk's had his moments. Zontix 2 earlier today. And Artfrost, almost by virtue of living in their shadow, hasn't got a lot of attention, but he's got skills. He's definitely got skills, and you just saw it. No doubt about it. 5 chances now to win their map pick, Team Spirit. Nades don't look good for the Chosen Fruit. They're just going to get aggressive, exploding out. Flashbangs over. They've left the bomb, though, in T-spawn. But if you get the frags, it's not going to matter. shaiK's getting super aggressive, man. So far in. Wow. Where did that round come from?
Desperation? Magixx is just trying to save a... Oh my god. Fight. Ooh, put 3 of them on notice. The thing is, the money's so bad on the Spirit side that the Chosen Few really want to break this last rifle.
I mean, shaiK's had a massive game, but where was this from Libido earlier? That was a massive round.
As you said, sometimes it takes a while to get started. But once you crack through, everything else just kind of stiffens up. Ooh, he's about to be dead, though. magixx has just slipped the net. Realizes they're past him. Oh, goodbye, Op.
Terrorists win.
Hello, Op. Nice find. Only 2 players survive.
They got to pause because this is... It's a bit of a tricky situation because
Zontix... 1 left?
Zontix can't buy in the next. Artfrost has already bought armor and nades. I think he's actually jumped the gun there, Mike. I'm not sure they're totally committed to this buy.
Remember, he can sell them. There's no gun jumping anymore. There's no excuses. You can sell back. Actually, recently I had someone test in a game if you could shoot the Deeg and then go run back and sell it. Answer is no.
Now that would be insider trading.
Right? If you like went out, got a pick, and then sold the gun you bought.
That would do nasty things to pistol rounds. What I'm saying.
It'd be some crazy metas. I don't know that you want to protract this duel forever. No! And that's exactly why the dog monster strikes. He's what lurks under the bed at night. He is the boogeyman of many a T-side take. And you wait around too long. You hesitate. The dog is coming for you.
I'm watching Spellon because he's the man that could, you know, take this round in a different direction. At the moment, we're still committing right into the Lion's Den. Artfrost is on location too. Getting a bomb plant is going to be very tricky for this T side if they commit to A. And hybrid with the bomb,
That's
Mike.
bomb.
He
That's
goes up
bomb.
alone? Come on, guys. Give yourselves a chance.
Probably they just didn't have the information, but Skrimo might just be able to save their bank, and the op is picked up. That's the last piece of util. Oh, he stuck firebox. Yeesh, but the flick doesn't hit. Chopper, not exactly an opper. Let's see if Zontix is. The answer is no. Aim punch comes in. That's actually the ace for Skrimo. Bailing his team out of what looked to be a very, very dangerous situation. It's a hell of a time to pop off.
They need an individual there because the team play was a little bit all over the shop. But that has done bad things. Bad things to the Spirit money. What are they doing, man? Why are they buying?
I think they're assuming the Chosen Few are pretty broke too, and this might be the time to crack it through.
Bro, they win the map if they win this round. There is
You
no
think so?
breaking.
The Chosen Few?
No, the Spirit, they can't break the money because they just win the map.
Oh, no. I think they think that the economy is low enough that the Chosen Few don't have a full buy here.
You've got to play for your own gun rounds. I don't know why they're doing this. Save in the last, full buy at 10 to 12. And then, you know, at least save some guns and get another buy out at the end. They might not have a full buy now before the end of this map. Or at least in regulation.
But you see, if Don't just shoots 3 in the head with a USP, like he did last round, what else do you need? Right, to be
Have
fair,
you considered
only
a
shot 2
career
in the
coaching?
head. I'm working on it, you know.
Okay,
I did 1 show match. I think I'm ready. Oop, Donk will be shooting no one in the head, but he will be traded. That also make you a little nervous if you're the Chosen Few, just based on the bomb positioning and no control in the apartment. Someone's gonna have to go back for that.
Yeah, they
Seems
keep
like
doing
that will be
this.
spelling.
They keep doing this, leaving the bomb all the way back, which is one of our pet peeves here on the show. Got a ramp push coming out from 2 men. That is Zontix and Chopper. Libido is here. Hampton ready to go, and he connects straight in the head. Love to see it.
So wound up being really impactful in a lot of these rounds. Chopper will take him down. Cut him down to size. So
There's
just a
2B.
3-on-3. And they've got no other element now. This is just going to be the B take. As soon as the util spotted, that's going to tip it off. Now they know. In case they didn't already. Oh, Skrimo. Oh, it doesn't even have to. Because Artfrost gets that kill, now this position is still secret. Artfrost is kind of left out to dry, but magixx will keep the player off his back. And now it's all onto shaiK in a 1v3 to keep this team alive, to keep this map alive. Desperation, 20 seconds. Oh, Goomba Stomp up, no scope. Why not? But he's missed Artfrost entirely. He's been wrapped around. Artfrost is toying with his food right now. Uh-oh, can't finish it. This is still on. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Chopper's out, and the spam will be good enough. Time aplenty for the defuse and Spirit. It's a chaotic round to do it, but they seal the deal. They will be taking their opponent's map pick, Mirage.
I think it was a
their map
chaotic
pick.
map all in all, really. That was a bit of a mess, and they looked so good at the start of that first half. Did Spirit, but Chosen Few, they made a game of it. Let's give them credit. They've done a lot of good work already today up against Big. That wasn't even their map pick, so maybe we're being a little bit harsh on them in the first place. But yeah,